Got Games, episode 30, and in this episode I'm going to show you all the games that I bought since last time. I have so many games in this episode to show you. Good amount of PlayStation 3 games, a few PS2, PS1, PS4, and PS5. So let's get straight into it. The first game is Rule of Rose. I managed to get a copy, and right off the bat, why is it not focusing? Right off the bat, I paid $300 for this game, and I bought it from a collector, so he knows the value. And let me go through the manual first. See what that card. So he was selling a lot of his PlayStation 2 games. I'm not sure. He might even have just wanted to sell his entire collection. I'm not sure. He had a few games that I've been trying to get for a few years now. But out of curiosity, I asked him, how much do you want to have for Rule of Rose? And when he said, you know, like you can have it for 300, I was thinking for a minute and I was like, all right, I pick it up, because you don't get many opportunities outside of eBay finding the game. Especially not under 500. According to price charting, I think their value should be around $400 to $500, something like that. And so that's why I decided to make the deal. I don't condone this. I'm not saying you should, you know, be crazy as I am and spend money or so much money on this game. You know, I'm not looking for justify this price madness or anything, but it is what it is. I love to collect video games, so that's why I bought it. On eBay, the game should be around 750 plus, I think. Even if you have the money, I wouldn't recommend you to buy there, because most of the copies they don't look so hot. Like the manual is missing, disc is scratchy. And you have also like the infamous retail video game stores like Dookie. I wanted to say DK Oldies and Dookie Games at the same time, and I just say Dookie. But the prices are, because last time I checked, a complete box of Rule of Rose cost $1,000. I'm gonna, you know, post one of those screenshots in the picture here. Like 1,000 is just really absurd. But yeah, that's why I decided to buy it. I think it's the second most valuable, second highest valuable game on the PS2. Number 1 is Kuon, number 2 is Rule of Rose. Number 3 is, I believe, Hounding Grounds. I'm not sure. I haven't checked the prices for a while, but I think it's Hounding Grounds. I like Hounding Grounds a little bit more. But the reason why Rule of Rose is number 2 is because there are just like only a few limited copies available, already on release. It was banned in multiple countries. There was like a controversy with kids, but it turns out those actually were fake information. So yeah, that's why it's just really hard to get a copy these days, especially a copy that looks so clean like this game here, that one that I have. So from a collector perspective, I think it's just really like awesome to have it in your collection. Now let's talk about a little bit the game itself. For those who eventually have not played it, you're gonna hear 99% the same stuff from the internet. Basically, like the story is amazing, but the gameplay is awful. And I think I can agree on both sides to an extent. I think the controls are really awful, but during boss fights, anything else, I think it's okay. You know, like it has like this fixed camera angle thing that most of the OG horror games have. And yeah, you're gonna be eventually here and there in a position where the game just doesn't do exactly what you wanna do. But yeah, I don't really have an issue with the gameplay. It's just the boss fights, and the fighting itself is weird. You know, I know because you're fighting with improvised weapons, and the enemies are also weird. Like the movement of the enemies are kind of like very weird. I mean, I fought in the beginning of the game with a fork against a little possessed demon kid. And yeah, the story, I believe, for me personally is good, but it's just nothing amazing. I would say it's legit good. It has a lot of Silent Hill vibes. You play as this unlucky girl Jennifer in the 30s who finds herself in an orphanage, and she basically goes through her own personal traumas. And what really makes this game actually kind of like special in a way, or what really makes this game stand out is the atmosphere, I believe, of this game. The soundtrack in combination with this mystery, melancholic vibes is just really, really, really good. Like, this is the point that at the end makes this game just really kind of like enjoyable. And so yeah, and the game itself, you play basically a little bit like hunting ground. So you're getting a dog, and you have to, you know, make the dog find stuff for you, and you have to follow the dog. And so that's basically it. If you decide to investigate stuff on your own, you're gonna find a lot of empty rooms. And I think maybe that's the reason why it was reviewed so poorly, because like even though it gives you like, it has like it's really cool charm, but at the same time, if you just wander around and you go inside outside the rooms, there's just basically nothing to find, no info, nothing. You just have to follow the story pattern and follow your dog, otherwise nothing happens in this game. So yeah, Rule of Rose, well, a piece too. The next game is Death by Degrees. I have heard nothing but negativity towards this game. Nothing ever good I've heard about this game. I have become a little bit more open-minded because we don't barely have any of these type of games for the PS5. I mean, Sifu was the last one, but we didn't get anything else. Like, most of the stuff nowadays is just to be trimmed more multiplayer online shooting thing. So yeah, I wish we get more of those type of games. So this one comes with a demo for Tekken 5. The game is in my console, by the way, because I'm playing it at the moment. The manual. So I played it for about an hour. I checked all the game. So it plays very similar like Jet Li Rise to Honor. So you fight with the right analog stick, and there's a like something that is weird is you fight and you block at the same time with the right analog stick. So it will eventually put you in situations where it doesn't really work the way you want it, because there were two enemy types standing next to each other, and they were starting swinging at me, and I blocked. I wanted to do a roundhouse kick to kick both away, but I ended up blocking the first punch, and the second punch just like hit me. And you know, that can happen quite often. You will get interrupted because like the blocking system is automatic. There's no way to change it. There's also a problem that I personally have with the game, and you can do some grappling combos, but I cannot pull them off. I'm not sure. Like, I tried, it just doesn't seem to work. And you have like an X-ray special move where, you know, Nina will concentrate, and there's like a weak point, and you have to hit it, and then you will break bones. And so yeah, you can change to a gunning fighting style where you pick up an SMG and you start shooting, which is weird because like people are only, you know, fighting with their hands, and all of a sudden you're grabbing a gun and you shoot everybody down. There's like a sniper mini game in between. I'm not a big fan of that. That doesn't really play very well, in my opinion. It's just like, I don't know, like they should have cut it out. So yeah, like the cutscenes and Nina Williams itself looks really badass in this game, I must say that. You know, especially here in the box, this one gives me Kill Bill vibes. I don't know, so far I must say that you can have fun with the game, you know. Like, yeah, it might be not so good, but I think it's not really that bad. If you're like Tekken, give it a go, you know. If you're a die-hardcore fan of Tekken Force, then you might actually gonna enjoy this. So yeah. The next game is a game that I really love. I don't care what people say. It is True Crime Streets of LA. I never owned an original copy. Back in the day, from a schoolmate, I actually got his, and I played it because he didn't like it, and you know, I was playing the game and I just fell in love with this game. I really love it. You play as this cop, and you have to do, you know, it's an open world game, and you can upgrade your fighting abilities. You can upgrade your guns. You're starting with 2 crappy revolvers. You're ending up having 2 silver ballers with laser pointers and extended magazines and everything. And you can also kind of like do some free roaming and just like, you know, like LA Noire, doing some side activities. Pretty fun. I really love it. I'm gonna die on that mountain. I say the game is awesome. I love it. It is considered as a kind of like a unofficial prequel to Sleeping Dogs. Yeah, but I love this game. There's another one, it's called Streets of New York. I found out played that one, but I hope I can find it soon. Alright, so literally today, just not a few minutes ago, I got this game with a mailer, so I can't show you gameplay footage because I have never heard about it. It's Samurai Legend Musashi. I was on a few eBay auctions and I bid it, and I ended up getting no game except this one. This one I paid 12, and yeah, it's from Square Enix. It has 2 manuals because I think it's a Canadian thing that, you know, the game comes with 2 manuals in French and in English. I'm not sure what to think about this. It has a cell shading graphics. I don't even know if this is actually like a hack and slash game or a turn-based, so I'm gonna figure that out soon. I just literally got it today, so I want to, you know, put it here in the video as well. Legend, Samurai Legend Musashi. Cool cover art, so yep. Alright, let's go over through the PlayStation 3 games. This one I exchanged. That is the Godfather Dance Edition. I gave one of my duplicates of X-Men Origins Wolverine for this game here, because this one I tried to get now for a long time. The Godfather is one of my favorite movies. I had this original on the 360. I sold it. I totally regretted it, and I'm tried really to get it back in my collection. There is also a PS2 version of this game, which, you know, I personally like the game. You know, a lot of people say that it just plays weird, but I really like the game. In the game, you don't play as any character from the game itself. You play actually as some kind of foot soldier of the family, and you see the events of the movie through his eyes. And they have done it actually pretty clever, and it's actually like, if you like the movie, it gives you like some, I don't know, some different perspective on the events, and actually pretty cool. Yeah, if you like Godfather, or in general mafia and gangster, you know, movies or games, give it a try. This is actually pretty good. Yep. Yeah, let me put it here. All right, from the same dude, I bought a good amount of PlayStation 3 games because he said he had no use for them, and I could pick a few, and I ended up buying this entire stack because I got them for a really good price. It's just nothing really over the top crazy special, but you know, the games are, I think, good, you know. So yeah, let me show you. So the first game is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I do have this one on the Xbox 360, and I have it also on the PS3. I just don't have it in my shelf, but I have like 3 or 4 copies of this game because I bought a bunch of bundles already, you know, and this game was always included. It's one of the most common games that I can think of, but it's an awesome game. It's my favorite Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 3. I never really got one with this. I don't know. Not as good as the second one, but yeah. Everybody's favorite, Call of Duty Ghosts. Never played this. I also heard it's the worst one. I'm still gonna give this a go because I do enjoy the campaign. So yeah, gonna play this. Then I got Black Ops 2. I never played this one. I'm just not a big fan of this futuristic approach of Call of Duty. The first game is, I believe, they're like in South America somewhere. I think in Colombia or so, and that was really good. I really like that one. Yeah, this one, I'm still gonna play the campaign. And I guess the guy just wanted to get rid of all his Call of Duty games, so I got Black Ops 3 for the PS3, and this one only has multiplayer and zombies. So this most likely I will never play. Because I'm not a zombies fan, you know, I just don't like that game mode. Assassin's Creed The Americas Collection includes Black Flag 3 and Liberation. This is considered as the weakest game. I don't care that it's a port from the Vita, the graphics or anything. It's just like the game is really weak. The story is just kind of dumb in my opinion. But a fun fact about this collection on the PS3, on the Xbox 360, this collection has the individual disc from both games, but this is the download code. The PS3 has all games in one disc, even this one. So if you need the game individually, you know, to be installed without internet connection, you can give it a go. Final Fantasy 13. I would like to get into this series, but I'm gonna get them all before doing so, because there are apparently 3 Final Fantasy 13 games, 3 episodes or so, and after that I'm gonna try them out. It's funny, when this game came out, it was considered as the weakest or the worst from the series. And PlayStation fanboys said it is the worst because it was simultaneously released also on the 360. So yeah, PlayStation fanboys are a different kind of breed. Then I got Darksiders. This cover art is pretty awesome. Like I'm a big fan of this cover art front, and then the metallic look at the back, and like Oni on the PS2 and Jet Set Radio Future on the Xbox Classic. I really love those cover arts. This one has the shining thing from the sword. This is actually pretty cool. I have the second game on the PS4. It's still sealed because I don't want to play the second unless, before I play the first, and now I have it. So the cover art, like the art style is pretty awesome of this game, so definitely gonna give this a try. Speaking of awesome cover arts, I got the 2K13 with the Stone Cold Skull sleeve cover. I'm a Attitude Kid era through and through, and I love this. It's just like, it puts a smile on my face. And it gets better if you take out the sleeve. You see the man who saved WWE. So yeah, I love wrestling. I just stopped watching wrestling when it was just basically spamming super kicks all the time, and it was just really annoying. I think the wrestlers of this current era, they do have its charm, and I like it, and the show itself. But when it comes to the actual wrestling, this is where it's just really, I don't know, like it lost me, because like it's just like weird. Like the last time where I was like, nah, I can't watch this anymore, is because when they started spamming super kicks over and over. It reminds me of when you play No Mercy on the N64 and you go to edit superstar and you create your own wrestler and you put like a super kick into weak grapple, strong grapple, signature move, and special move, kind of like that. So yeah, but this is cool. I like it. Then I got this game here is called Altered Species. I've never heard about this game. This one just looks like a bootleg Solid Snake, to be honest. And I'm gonna play this, so I have it installed already. I'm gonna check it out probably this weekend. If I put my hands like this looks like a screenshot from Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, right? It's just really there. It is incomplete. It has like no manual. It has a poster though, which, to be honest, I'm not gonna hang this thing, but yeah, I don't know. Altered Species. I've never heard about this game. Gonna try it out. And then I got Genji, Days of the Blade. And this is a perfect timing because I have finished the PS2 game, which I liked, and I'm definitely gonna play this one. I'm looking forward to. I just heard that this game isn't good, and to be honest, it might be the reason why we have never heard about Genji, but after the PS3 era. But I'm still gonna give this a try. And the last 2 games from this bundle are the Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition and Fallout New Vegas Game of the Year Edition. Those bundles, they got a little price boost and price spike when Amazon's Fallout series was dropped. And I'm pretty sure this game is gonna get another price spike as soon as they drop Season 2, because one of the characters at the end of the season ends up in New Vegas. I would love to play the Ultimate Edition, the deals, because I have never played the DLCs. So the thing is, according to the community, the PS3 version is 16 times buggier than the Xbox 360 version. I mean, if you have ever played Fallout, please let me know if that's true or not, because I would really love to play the DLCs. It's just I never played the DLCs because when DLCs became back in the day a thing, they had like its controversy and not a good reputation. Like the pitch perfect example would be a Street Fighter Cross Tekken, where every character were on disc already, but in order to unlock them you had to go to the Xbox Marketplace and just spend money. Mass Effect 3, one of your squad mates was literally on release behind a paywall. I and a bunch of other weird things was happening. So, and that's why, you know, like I played in Fallout 3. I have this game here, and I played Operation Anchorage, but I didn't like it. You're like you're sitting in an Animus type of machine, and you're getting beamed into a war zone, and you know, I didn't like it much, so I was like, yeah, I'm skipping this. But apparently, New Vegas had really cool DLCs, and I would love to play them. So yeah, let me know if it's actually playable or not in the comments. So yeah, so that was my PlayStation 3 stuff, and I skipped PS1 stuff actually. I even kept PS1 stuff. I got 2 games. I actually wanted just to have one of those games, but you know, like he wanted to sell both together. So the first one is 1, and yeah, it is complete. And this one it reminds me a little bit of that Bruce Willis game. What was it called again? Apocalypto. At least from the cover art. I haven't tried it out yet because like I only wanted to play the other one. So, but I'm gonna give this one a try as well. Who knows? Maybe the game is good. I don't know yet. The game that I wanted to have is this one, Death Trap Dungeon. There's quite a community around this game. There's a lot of people making guides, you know, like the best way to approach the dungeon or whatever, and that got me intrigued about the game, and I wanted to try it out. So I bought the game without knowing anything about it, and I totally regretted it because this game is literally Tomb Raider but with a sword, and I am not a big fan of the OG Tomb Raider games. Like 3 is the only exception because of the, you know, mansion training mission, which everybody has played that. Like everybody has put the butler in the freezer, I get it, but that is the only exception, you know. But I'm not a big fan of the OG Tomb Raider games because of the awful controls. Like eventually I'm gonna give the remastered version a chance, but this game, like I was like, oh no, it just plays literally like Tomb Raider. So yeah, you go into a dungeon with a lot of traps, which you can already see coming, to be honest. Like the fighting is also not really that hard because you can literally just stand there and block, and you will block everything. The true enemy of this game are the controls, and it just plays awful. I had a rage quit because I was climbing. I was in a dungeon, and I was climbing. I think it was the 3rd level or so, and I was doing some riddles, and I have to put a platform in a specific way to get a weapon, and I was doing that, and it took me forever. And when I got the gun at the end, I was like, okay, I'm not allowed to fall down. Let me just walk, you know, back again from that platform. And I just fell down, and I was so pissed. I was like, nah. I turned off my console. I lost the save file, so I have to repeat the entire thing again. I just hate it. So yeah, that was my experience so far with this game. I'm gonna try to push through. It is considered as like a Dark Souls experience for the PS1, which I don't agree. I think the controls are just so bad that is actually what makes the game so hard. Anything else is just not hard. Just the controls is just awful. Alright, so I got one PS4 game actually, and that is Attack on Titan 2. I'm not gonna play this. It's gonna take a while till I actually play this because I am watching Naruto Shippuden. I have finished the Pain arc, and I'm watching again countless amount of filler episodes. And when I finish Naruto Shippuden, I'm gonna jump into Attack on Titan because there's only 4 seasons, and then I'm gonna jump on the game. So it's gonna take a while before I actually play them. I have the first game already. I have never played it, and the second game I got to do now, and it's gonna take a while before I played it. So yeah, this is the only PS4 game. I don't really collect a lot of PS4 stuff at the moment. So yeah. Alright, let's check out what I got for the PS5. Let me start with the goodies. First, I got for my PS5 Pro a disc drive. They are back at PlayStation Direct. You don't have to buy them from those resellers anymore, which is good. That was quite annoying. The problem with resellers I've noticed is that like small, you know, independent video game stores, they tend to go the same route. Like those people were selling the disc drives as well for $200, and I was like, that's weird, man. You guys are a retail store, and you are, you know, giving people kind of like resale prices, but to my surprise, they actually managed to sell most of them, you know, because like people wanted to have a disc drive, because if you buy a PS5 Pro, you don't have a disc drive, you have to buy it separately. So anyhow, I got it now, and I put it on my PS5 Pro. I got like that 30th anniversary edition PS5 Pro. That's the reason why I bought it. But then I got myself the limited edition controller. I did an unboxing video of this. The Helldivers 2 controllers. Yeah, it's perfect timing. They released this controller where I don't play the game anymore. I spent it 30 hours, and I do think the game is great, don't get me wrong, especially when you play with friends. I mean, only when you play with friends. Alone, it's just like, no, I wouldn't recommend it. But the problem is that when I play 1 hour of Helldivers, it feels for me like I've played like 3 or 4 hours. It's just, I don't know why, it's just super tiring. Like I cannot play anything anymore. I play 1 hour Helldivers and I'm done, you know, like I need a break. So the sad thing is a friend of mine has played like 80 hours and he barely has unlocked anything. It's weird, it's just too grindy, the game, in my opinion, you know. And you pay $40 for the game, and it's just, most of the good stuff is just really behind a paywall. Like till you finally get that stuff, you have spent like 200 hours minimum, or you spend it money. So yeah, but the controller is really cool, I must say that. I'm a big fan of the scratchy look. I don't know why, I just like that. I did an unboxing video as well for this game, and that is Sniper Elite Resistance. I totally regretted that I spent money for this game. I spent it for this game $90 because it's a deluxe edition, and the deluxe edition is a scam because they're giving you like the Target the Fuhrer mission, which is actually pretty fun, but they're giving you guns you had already in the 5th game. They're taking out the game and they're giving you like as a pre-order or a deluxe edition bonus. And I talked about in my recap January games that I beat video. I talked about that it just reuse a lot of the assets. It's just like it feels you play the 5th game again. It's a little bit like Off the Record, Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, you know, where you play as basically the same game, but you know, kind of like similar. It gives me like kind of vibes, you know. Yeah, this game shouldn't have been full price title. I mean, even if you're a die-hardcore Sniper Elite fan, I would suggest just wait for a month, because I'm pretty sure in a month or so this game's gonna drop like crazy in value, in price. This game, what I really hate about this game is that this game on PS5, you know, it's the PS5 game, it looks worse than the PS4 version of Sniper Elite 4, like literally. I don't know why. It's just like zero effort, just like throw it into the market, just generate money. And it's not Sniper Elite 6, it's just something that they're just thrown into the market just to farm a little bit money. And yeah, I don't know, man. So I totally regret it. $90 for this is crazy, man. The next game. So this game here, I have it digitally, but I decided to buy it also physically because it's my first puzzle game, and that is Puzzle Brain Damage. It's a super rare game. Well, it's not super rare, it's just like, you know, the company is called Super Rare Game, so it's not the typical physical release. So I got this, and yeah, a friend of mine loves puzzle. I played them all on PC, and you play as this American dude that just falls asleep, and he dreams about murdering everyone in the neighborhood, and that's what you're doing in this game. It's just like this boomer shooter with over-the-top crazy violence, and yeah, you do that. I mean, I can imagine that that it can be chill if you, after a hard day's work, you know, leaning back, turning your brain off, and just play this game. I can imagine, really. I think that the game is in general fun, I would say. It is currently on sale, I believe, on the PlayStation Network Sold. It costs like $15. So yeah. The next game is next to Assassin's Creed, my most anticipated game, and that is Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. The game disc is also in my console. I don't have it here, but oops. Yeah, I just love this game. Like I said it like a bunch of times. I prefer the combat over the RPG system. I also like the other characters way more. I'm not a big fan of the new main cast like Ichiban, Nanba, all those characters. I'm just not a big fan of. Especially Nanba. I really hate that guy with passion. You know, I don't know. I don't even know why the guy's still there. You know what I mean? Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, like I just prefer the OG characters, you know what I mean? And I prefer the fighting so much more. And this pirate game is so cool. I have played so far only like 3 hours, which is not a lot in those like a dragon games, because I literally got now the ship, and I fought a little bit with it. And the fighting with the ship is actually pretty cool. You have like a boost, and you can even drift with with the ship. And yeah, I just love this game so much, man. If you're looking for a crazy over the top pirate game, give it a go. Yeah, I love it. It is connected with the Infinite Wealth storyline. It plays after Infinite Wealth, basically. So pretty cool. I must say something about this game, because like I didn't like much the collector's edition stuff. There are two collector's editions. There, one from Japan that has like a little Majima toy. I have pre-ordered that, but it's just gonna take a while till it gets here. And the other one is like the regular one with the acrylic stand. I didn't like that, so instead of buying both collector's edition, I decided to buy the game and the PC Steelbook edition, so I can put the Steelbook, the disc in my Steelbook. But there is a catch, and let me show you. If you have the same idea, bro, don't do this. I mean, the Steelbook looks pretty awesome, without a doubt. But it just feels weird, because when you open it up, you have here like the sticker and the map. Like this is like the typical sticker you get in every game. And there's like you have like the pirate, symbol, and this is the map from the game. And on the right, it's the code, you know, like the activation code for Steam. But there is nothing where you can put your disc on. Like, this is so weird. So you might have to use one of those paper things, or even one of those small disc ones, because this will fit actually, even if you put the map and everything inside like that. You know, you can just put it like that, but it just feels weird still, you know. Like, this is actually not the way to go. Like, who had this idea? It's just so dumb. Like, damn. Like, this is the only reason why anyone would buy a Steelbook, to put his disc inside, but you can't do that. Like, it's just so weird. So this Steelbook, yeah. I was thinking about taking off the inner stuff, you know, like the stuff from the inside, and replace it. But the problem is that this piece here is glued on. It's just one piece and it's glued on, and this will most likely gonna break. I just can't do that. So, but yeah, just in case you have the same idea to have the Steelbook with your game, like, yeah, think about it. That's actually really weird. I don't know why Sega thought this might be a good idea, just to save probably 2 cents in the production or something. I don't know. So yeah. All right, so this is it already. Those were all the pickups. There's a lot of games. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more collection of the videos. Bye. Ain't no ball like a basketball, 'cause a basketball's got that.